Hello, Goddess, and welcome to this week's Thankful to Thrive Thursday. And oh my goodness, I am so grateful, so thankful to be rising and thriving further and further, more and more on my own journey. I have clients that ask me, even potential clients, goddesses and followers and such, who ask me, how do you do it? You've been doing this for how long? And it's 3 years and counting. And I feel more empowered in my life than ever before, and very excited for the vision that I'm creating. That would it be amazing if my twin flame was in it? Of course. However, it is not a requirement for my vision to be amazing for him to be in it. I mean, it's not required for him to be in it for my vision to be amazing. That to clarify there, that's what I'm saying. And that is exactly what my intention with you, in you working with me, is that you are able to shift into your power, to break free from this twin flame trap of self-sabotage, of ego attachment and needing and lack, and constantly focusing on him to such an extent that it's a detriment to yourself. It's one thing to honor this connection and recognize that it is supposed to crack you all the way open. You are going to constantly think about him. The key is in you asking yourself, where is my power in this? And then pivoting to where that power is and moving forward that way. And where is your power, Goddess? Well, it is in creating your amazing life. And oh my goodness, again, I know for me, I had a little hiccup for a moment. My counterpart, because I was vibing so high, all of a sudden came out of the woodworks to kind of test me, to strengthen me in my resolve of going, no, you will either treat me with respect or you're not going to get to treat me anyway. Bye. And it's so important that you respect yourself in this way, Goddess, especially when it comes to your counterpart. And this is what I see so often in this twin flame dynamic, in this twin flame community, is we continue to make excuses for our counterparts. Listen, sister, it's okay to hold space for him, to allow him to come into his own awakening and awareness and realizations, and thus his own power. But it's not okay for you to be giving your power away to him by allowing whatever he is or is not doing to directly affect your state of being, and to create a hiccup, speed bump in what you're creating. It is about you rising and thriving on your journey, Goddess. And then when he comes back in the physical, when you are fully aligned with that, you both are, it's to be ready for any old patterns that may arise that you're going to be done. We're not continuing that cycle. Done. And then standing firm in that. Standing in your power. That said, welcome. My name is Rochelle Richard, and here at Empowerment Experiences, we look for and find our power all along this, which is our self-love empowerment journey, as well as those of us who are also on what I call the self-love empowerment journey on steroids, which is the healing twin flames journey. Because yes, of course, as I've said, you have this energy of this other part of yourself that is a part of you. And so you're constantly reminded of that. But again, it's being able to pivot and know where your power is. That said, let's see what we have. What are we divine feminines needing to know for this Thankful to Thrive Thursday as the energies feel like things are falling apart. And that's been kind of where we've been this week, especially Twin Flame Tuesday, right? We were all about being reminded that, you know, shit hits the fan. It's all part of the plan. Because everything that is out of alignment with the vision that you're calling in, that you're aligning with, has to fall away. And so that's definitely going to feel as though, you know, the earth is crumbling beneath you, because you are breaking these cycles, these patterns. And I just caught 524. That is my birth date. So 524 angel number, we are breaking these cycles, these self-sabotaging patterns. This is what I talk about, the twin flame trap. Is there are so many divine feminines who are caught in this trap of, again, constant obsession, constantly focusing on him and what he's doing, constantly talking about him and what he is or isn't doing, constantly living in the state of what you do not want. And this is why someone, again, when I get asked, how do you do it? Well, one of the things I do is, you find that I don't talk a lot about the details of what's happening with my divine masculine, because I don't want to continue to water those weeds. I'm not interested in those cycles continuing and those patterns persisting. You are the one that has to break the cycle. And that means to stop feeding it, to stop watering the weeds. And I'm feeling right now to be looking up this 524 number that we have. Oh, that's for something else to be done. I didn't even realize that was going to be it. Okay. Angel numbers 524. I'm intrigued. Like, I definitely do not know that one by heart, even though, yes, it's my birth date. Trust. And we on Tuesday, both the divine feminine and the divine masculine messages included the cards from this deck for trust and the card from the Sacred Forest Oracle deck of trust, which is what has become the divine masculine deck in terms of these readings in this context. It's all about intuition. Tap into, trust, and follow your intuition, because right now you are breaking out of these cycles, which means you are in an unfamiliar space. And so it's going to feel like nothing makes sense and it's all wrong. And that's simply your ego freaking out because it is in an unfamiliar or an unknown space. And that which is unfamiliar is perceived as a threat to the ego. Whether it's safe or unsafe is beside the point. It's perceived as a threat because it's different. And you stepping into this new version of yourself, you lining up with this vision that you desire. This is why all your old shit comes up, is because these are all cycles and patterns that are not in alignment with what you desire. And so they're going to rear their ugly heads and do everything they can to sabotage what you want, what you're calling in. Okay? And push your counterpart away and everything, or allow even for your counterpart to continue perpetuating any self-deprecating patterns towards you. Disrespect, that's a big one. Disrespect, playing games where he'll say one thing and his actions don't line up. He goes and he does another, right? And it's you recognizing that you're a goddess, and damn it, you deserve to have open communication. You deserve to have someone be authentic with you, and especially your twin flame counterpart, goddess. He is the last, or she, whatever the divine masculine energy is embodied in. The divine masculine, that's the absolute last one in this entire freaking universe that you should be allowing to disrespect you or to treat you like shit in any way, take advantage of you, whatever it is. You have to honor the goddess in you before he can honor the goddess in you. It begins with you. It all begins inside you. It begins with you, because these cycles, these patterns, they're in you. They're in your subconscious. They're in your cellular memory. They're your responsibility, which in responsibility is your power. Taking responsibility for you and where you are in your journey actually gives you the ability to respond rather than to react. Meaning, when you are reactionary, it's from a subconscious patterned place, which is 9 times out of 10 going to be from a place of trauma, of pain, of wounding. Whereas to respond means you are present, you are aware of what you are speaking, what you are saying, you are aware of your energy that you are putting out. And what I encourage my audience to do is to train yourself for your reaction to be a response, meaning for that reaction to be where you pull back, close your eyes, you take a breath, you come back to center, and you check in with yourself before you say anything, you do anything, before anything else happens. Because otherwise, you're most likely going to be watering weeds. That's what humanity has been taught, is how to grow weeds. But now we are on this journey of expansion, this journey of ascension, where we are finally breaking free of these limitations of the perceived comfort zone, wherein that which was no longer is. It no longer can be, because it doesn't resonate anymore. It's not aligned with who you are truly, and it's not aligned with what the collective is truly. We are all on this expansion journey. That's why we're here, to learn, grow, expand, and ascend. And through that expansion, it's achieved by asking questions. This is why I love the term cognitive dissonance, because it's very easy to spot when someone's in that, especially in the collective, right? When you are told that you cannot question certain things, that's highly suspect, because questioning, critical thinking is a natural part of being human. However, we are being programmed to disregard that aspect of ourselves, that natural part of ourselves, to question when something is not right, such as what is happening on this planet right now. Oh, it's so not right. And yeah, it's mind-boggling. But that's why we're here, is for breaking humanity out of the global enslavement structure that has been created by the governments and the system of the Matrix. It's gonna hold some growing pains for us, of course. However, this is why it again is so important to be breaking these cycles within yourself, so that at least in your bubble and the energy that you're putting out into the world is one that feels optimistic, that feels empowering. This is why it's important to focus on where your power is rather than where it is not. And right now, where your power is in creating the new. Who is this goddess version of yourself? Who are you truly? Right? Break the cycles of the beliefs and the self-sabotaging patterns that keep you playing small, that keep you from fully expressing all of you in this world. The world is waiting for you to show up, and so is your divine masculine. And this right here is about you following your passion, goddess. It is about you. This is what's going to break you out of this limiting space. It's the doing what excites you, tuning into it and following that inspired action into this excitement, this experience. Because that makes you, again, just as you are, an amplifier of good vibrations, of love. Because When you're doing what excites you, well, that's what you love, right? You love to be excited, huh? Yeah. So that is also as well by you tuning into your passion, allowing yourself to see what lights you up, what is your bliss. Getting excited about what's to come, because this is the key, goddess. You have to believe it before you will see it. Dr. Wayne Dyer even wrote a book. I mean, we're talking about a man who owned an entire island in Hawaii, okay? His teachings were so profound and so impactful. You've got to believe it before you will see it, which means and that's what we're doing here, right? We are embodying the vision that we desire, which again, stop watering the weeds. That is this breaking of the cycles. Stop watering the weeds. We have anything more from this deck for the Divine Masculine message? My kitty's got something to say. All right. Oh, good. There we go. And we have in here, right here, oof, anger, easy to get frustrated. But guess what? Releasing this anger is part of your magic. Being able to transmute this, being able to funnel this in a healthy way out of you is one of the things that is miraculous. You don't have to hold this in. This doesn't have to feel so disempowering. This is a part of your magic. It's breaking these cycles of beliefs that tell you that you don't have the power to create something better, that you have to succumb to this, that this has power over you, and it doesn't. And I know right now, goddess, this anger card is definitely coming up because it can feel so frustrating on this journey. You can feel so angry at your counterpart. It can feel so easy to feel so angry with him because he's not doing what you feel he should be doing. He's not talking to you. He's not communicating with you. He's not doing his work. What, blah, 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 blah. But did you know that anger is actually unexpressed grief? It's grief that had nowhere else to go. So what are you actually sad about? What are you actually sad about? So whenever you're angry, ask yourself, why am I so sad? What hurt me? Huh? Because that is part of your magic, goddess, is to be able to pivot, to be able to shift your perspective and actually look at this precious little part of you and say, hey, baby, let's talk. Okay, I understand you're angry, but I don't understand why, and I'm here to ask why. What hurt you so much that you now want to spew venom at others? Because that is what anger is, it's venom. So look beneath the surface and see why. Because again, that is part of the magic of you, is being able to transmute these human emotions. I'm definitely feeling a light worker card this week, at least one. How are we being asked to work our light right now as we are breaking these cycles, and things are feeling as though they're falling apart? Oh, wow. Well, right here. Allow yourself to receive the support of sisters, to see that you are not alone in your journey. And I do have a free Goddess Tribe on the app called Telegram. I've been using it for years. I used to only use it for my paid coaching because it is a very reliable platform, messaging platform. And only this year was I divinely led to create a free Goddess Tribe. So come join the Rise and Thrive Tribe on Telegram. I will put that link down below. But that's very much something that's going to support you in this journey, is knowing that you are not alone, because that is the biggest challenge that the ego likes to do in terms of this separation energy, is it likes to tell you that you're alone, no one understands, no one gets it, because I get the twin flame community, and I use that in quotations because there's so much misinformation, there's so much disempowering things out there that for me personally, I had to weed through it pretty quickly. I was already a self-love empowerment coach before I discovered I was on this journey. So I do have that working in my favor, where I already had this wonderful foundation of self-love empowerment. And that is the very foundation that is what has supported me to be doing this as long as I have, and to continue moving forward, more excited than ever about what I'm creating for myself. That, yes, again, to reiterate, I would love for my divine counterpart to join me. However, I'm a goddess and you will rise to the occasion, or you don't get to share in the occasion. Got it? Good. Okay? Because it's about self-respect, self-worth. All right? But allow yourself to receive this support. Okay? So leap, all right? Make that leap to step out of that comfort zone and allow yourself to be supported, allow yourself to be guided, allow for these cycles to be closed out, allow for yourself to be stepping into this goddess that you truly are. And biggest of all, allow yourself to see the magic. Make a wish for what you do desire, and then allow yourself to receive it. Being that our divine masculines have so little to say, of course, in the 3D, we are undoubtedly, are we not, goddess, intrigued to hear what the 5D, what the divine masculine actually has to say to us, his higher self, as we divine feminines sit here wondering, WTF, I'm doing my work. What is his major malfunction right now? Yeah, so I'm perfectly fine though, divine masculine, creating my vision without you. Is that what you want me to do? Do you want me to just, say, okay, I mean, I know the divine masculine has asked for grace. However, it's a two-way street. That reciprocity, that energetic exchange, that balance has to be there. And we had this in the previous. So, love. Your divine masculine does love you. And we're talking divine source love, unconditional source love. His 3D self may be in his own, which he is, very deep in his own cycles and sabotaging patterns, working on closing them out, just as you have been. That is, again, what is happening here. As we align with the vision we desire, we are closing out these cycles that are not aligned. And that shit hurts, to say the least. It hurts because both counterparts, look at this, expansion. We have been having, and I've been having this, it was just in my story that I shared yesterday, or earlier this week, someone liked an old post of mine on Instagram, and I was floored. I saw the message, and then having had the mirroring of the trust in Twin Flame Tuesday, and now today we have the mirroring of the expansion cards. Oh, goddess, it was literally this old post, and I'm talking almost from the beginning of starting my Healing Twin Flames account, which was a year and a half ago, easily. It is an image of just showing two animals mirroring each other, saying the divine masculine mirroring the divine feminine, aligning with union. And I'm just like, oh, expansion, yeah, here we are. The divine masculine is definitely hesitant to step into his role as a leader. He sees you, goddess, and in your mind, you may feel as though you're not doing enough, you're not doing it right, it's not working, whatever nonsense your ego is trying to tell you again. Self-sabotage. He sees you and he knows that this is his place too, is to stand beside you and lead with you. But it's petrifying, isn't it? That's scary. That's a lot to ask. It's enough to ask to heal and do the work on yourself for this expansion journey. But to really allow one's self, himself, even yourself, I as a leader, I recognize the challenge that it is to allow yourself to expand into the role of being a leader. It's an honor, it's a privilege, it's a scary freaking role to be in, but it's also an honor. It's a gift. As I've said, it's a privilege. And we lead by example. And this right now, he is, oh, another alarm. He is in this love space. He is recognizing more and more and more what you mean to him, and because of what you've shown him about himself. And his capacity to be loved. That he is worthy of being loved. And it was your interaction with him that has assisted, just as you were triggered into the greatest expansion you've ever experienced because of him. That is the ultimate purpose of this twin flame connection, is to crack you all the fucking way open so nothing else can hide from you. No more wounds, no more sabotages, no more anger, no more toxicity, no more dis-ease present in your body or within you. That all of these things that have been hidden within you, stored away, are finally allowed to float to the surface and be released. That's what our twin flame does. It's a gift. It doesn't feel like it though, does it? Not some days. But overall, this twin flame connection is a gift. We had angel number 524. Let's see, do we have anything else of importance to come from this? Boom. Let's see what we got. Ooh, angel number 7. Let's just have a look-see here. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Boom. Faith, a belief in the unseen. And what have I said? You must believe it before you will see it. You must embody that energy. Stepping out of your comfort zone, breaking the cycles of feeling trapped. You are on the right path. You are. You're on the right path. And that is a huge thing, continuing from the energy of Twin Flame Tuesday, about trusting yourself. You are expanding. You are experiencing new parts of yourself that's never before been. That is this expansion, and so is your counterpart. So hold that space for you. Trust that you are on the right path. Trust that everything is unfolding as it's supposed to. Your responsibility is to continue to nurture and cultivate your point of attraction within yourself. To nurture and cultivate the self-love, that love within you, so you are a true beacon of love, an amplifier of love. True love can only begin within, from where it expands outward to envelop, encompass, and embrace those around us. That said, dear Goddess, again, come join the free Goddess Tribe on Telegram. We're waiting for you. We are about to do the 7-day, it's free, the 7-day Self-Love Empowerment Challenge, Twin Flame Edition, together. You can also experience a little bit of that on my Instagram. I am going to be going live as well on my Instagram at Healing Twin Flames. And you can read more about angel numbers 7 and 524 at Healing Twin Flames on Instagram, along with so many other things. Plus, get a video card here and there, video message on my Instagram as well. That said, dear Goddess, I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing in this journey with me. And I remind you that the power to overcome, the power to transcend, the power to rise and thrive on your journey is in your hands, because it has always been inside you. Namaste.